Hi, this is Master Kevin Foong. In the year 2020, it's going to be the year of the Manta Rat. Do allow me to run through the 12 animal zodiac sign for you guys. So you are born in the year of the Rooster. Now for people that's born in the year of the Rooster, you are blessed with 4 very good stars. So first and foremost, you do have the Fortune Virtue stars. Now the Fortune Virtue stars as well as the Heavenly Virtue stars, these are very good stars that actually helps you to remove obstacles and challenges. And also at the same time, you are actually backed with noble people. Now noble people in our classical terms actually denotes helpful people that is going to come your way. So first and foremost, you want to improvise your social circle because tapping into this social circle these days is going to be lending you help in terms of your career as well in terms of your business expansion, because some of this help is going to come from the new forged relationship that you'll be going to have. Now the second very good stars is this stars that we call the Sky Happiness stars. Now the Sky Happiness stars is traditionally one of the peach blossom stars, but it's good in that sense that it's actually a marriage stars. So what this actually means is if you are single out there, this is the year for you to be getting attached. But of course, you can't just get attached by staying at home, right? So you obviously have to go out and know more new friends, get into new social circles, and this is where your potential spouse could possibly be among this new group of newfound relationship. Of course, the next stars that you're going to be looking at is the Fortune stars. Now the Fortune stars signify there will be a lot of fortune, prosperity that's going to come your way, and not just that, it's going to bring powerful people. So they're not just noblemen, they're powerful people. That means people with certain statures is going to come your place. So I suggest some of the important functions tries to get in touch with some of these powerful people. In fact, they are some of the ones that will be supporting you in your implementation of your ideas and plans. So of course with that you do have some of the few negative stars, but of course fret not, since some of the auspicious stars is so much in your way, some of these stars can be better managed. But having said that, please be prudent with some of the advice I'm going to give it out to you and make sure that you actually implement them accordingly. So first and foremost, you do have this star that is the crossing star. Now the crossing star is technically one of the stars we talk about being involved in a scandal, or some of your interpersonal relationship is having some sort of a problems. So what this actually means is avoid gossip at all times, because if you participate, this actually land you into some legal problems, complications, or even some people getting sacked from their work environment, right? So of course the next stars is this stars we actually call the Pima. Pima is actually the drip stars. Now the drip stars meant that you actually be implicated by, in a worrying or hurtful situation, and this will cause a lot of unrest in you, and because of this unrest you actually bring this energy all the way back to your families and friends. So try to eliminate that by not participating if possible, and of course one of the good ways is actually tries to do exercise or even yoga to release some of the negative energy and invite good energy from the universe to come your way, right? Of course the next stars we're going to talk about is the Year. Now the year chart indicates that this year you'll be involved in some little quarrels and difficult situations, but it's actually nothing big to worry about. Just don't try to make this thing to be out of proportion, right? So if anything just started with small gossips or even small conflict, right, try to resolve them at first time, right? And it doesn't go beyond that. So of course the next stars is actually the Salty Poo. Now Salty Poo is actually a bleach blossom stars, but because the nature of it is actually short-term relationship, I don't actually recommend that's actually a very good stars. Now of course if you are single, you want to at least get started on short-term relationship, this is a good stars you can leverage on. But for the marriage couple, usually these Salty Poo stars will get you into third, marital parties, and this will kind of destroy your relationship with your spouse and everyone else. So try not to touch them in the first place, okay? So the last stars is actually the stars I'm talking about, the Flying Knife stars. Now the Flying Knife is one of a level that your spouse relationship, there'll be a lot of levels that you may not have communicated to each other properly, and you may have take each other for granted for too long. So take some time to probably go for holidays, or even take a short walk down with the park together, do something together, and you make sure that this task is not going to affect you. Now on a final note, I just thought I would just give you a little bit more advice when it comes to handling not just your zodiac sign for this year. Now of course every year, as far as the zodiac forecast that we are doing it, they are not going to affect you 100% in that fact, because in fact the zodiac sign is only going to account for a small percentage of it. Now, what this actually means is if your zodiac sign has prosperous stars, these are some of the years that you probably want to take more effort to move forward. You need to take action. It doesn't mean prosperous stars means you're just going to sit down on it and just going to strike a fortune. People just going to hand down money to you. On the contrary, in this kind of year where you have a lot of fortune stars that's coming your way, these are the year to go for expansion. Take out that job overseas or implement that dreams that you have not been implementing for a long time. But of course, on a side note, for some of you, if you have been saying, oh, there's so many inauspicious stars this year and think that this year is going to be all sucky, fret not. Let me just go a bit more in depth now. In fact, if you're going to talk about astrology, since you already subscribe to astrology in the first place, you do know that this is only breaks down to 12 animal sign. Now, to go a bit in depth, what you want to really find out is your date of birth and time, because technically it doesn't mean that, example, if we say that horse is not doing good this year because of clashes and all the horse will be collapsing, people who born in the year of the horse will all die a horrible death. No, we don't mean that. What it actually also means is, for some of you out there, if you actually know your 八字 in that sense, because your 八字 actually give you 100% perspective to know what you really want to implement this year. So I actually implore some of you to take more time to understand some of your 八字 and make good decisions from there. Of course, I do have my good teams of instructors, and even myself, we are all ready to assist. For some of you, you want to open up your paths and know what is in line for 2020, feel free to let us know and we will always be here to help you. Do allow me to take this opportunity to wish you guys a happy and prosperous 2020 in the year of the Metal Rat. Cheers!